The Queen Mary was actually built in 1936 and it set sail all the way up into the year 1967. Okay, so this here is where the most haunted room is on the ship. B340, and everybody said that this is how you can tell. They have taken the plaque off, but when you get close to it, B340. This here is the room, guys. To be honest, it's very nice. We got a television, big king size bed, and I love how they've kept a lot of things original on here. Like this says original ship's fan, but it's non-operable. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'm talking to you guys from Long Beach, California, my city, the place that I was born and raised in, and a place that I love so much. Now, right now, I'm actually standing right in front of the Queen Mary, which is not only one of the most important ships to ever set sail, but it also happens to be one of the most important landmarks that is found here in my beautiful city of Long Beach, California. Now, this ship is absolutely massive. It's actually larger than the Titanic, and at the time of its creation, it was the largest vessel and the fastest vessel to sail across the Atlantic and, well, all around the world. But I'll talk to you guys a little bit more about that later on today. Now, this here is the Queen Mary, and as I mentioned, it's a huge landmark here in Long Beach, California. It's a ship that I've seen my entire life since it did arrive to Long Beach in 1967. So it's been around my entire life, and whenever I talk about Long Beach, well, this is what I talk about, the Queen Mary, because as I mentioned, it is one of our most important landmarks in the city. However, there are a lot of people that are from Long Beach, just like myself, who have never actually taken the time to come and explore the Queen Mary. This ship has literally so much to offer, from live events to shows to activities around the holiday times, and even, of course, coming to stay on the Queen Mary for a few days. Now, that's actually what I'm doing here right now. I'm going to be staying at the Queen Mary for my very first time here in this video, and I'm going to be sharing the whole experience with you guys. Now, of course, I'm with Gladys.
Hello, guys.
Thanks for hiding behind the camera for a second. No one told her to hide there. She just kind of stood there for the intro.
I'm just, getting impressed by this beauty. This is amazing. It's like an old lady that is here retired,
right? It's done its fair share of trips. So yeah, today, guys, I'm going to be sharing my experience of the Queen Mary with you guys, and I'm going to be showing you guys my room and showing you guys a little tour of one of the most iconic ships in the world. Now, the Queen Mary was actually built in 1936 and it set sail all the way up into the year 1967. Now, it looks like it's in really good condition because, well, to be fair, for being almost a decade and a half shy of being 100 years old, and once you hear about the history of the ship, you know what, it is in pretty damn good shape. And it's actually just undergone many restoration projects, and they're still restoring so much of it, which is actually why I wanted to come here and make this video for you guys, because there's actually been a lot of threats that have risen over the course of the last few years about potentially selling the ship and getting rid of it from Long Beach and selling it to private investors. And to be honest, guys, a lot of that has to do with, well, the city not having the funds to maintain the ship, to restore the ship, and to keep it in good standing. Because let's be honest, a ship this size takes a lot of money to keep up. So that's why I wanted to make this video, to hopefully share this little bit of history here in Long Beach, California, and to, of course, convince you guys to please come, especially if you're from Long Beach and never taken the opportunity to stay on the boat. Come, make a reservation, contribute to helping us keep this beautiful ship that so many of us consider very important to our city. And yeah, come here, stay for a night. It'll really help to contribute to all the restorations that are taking place. And no, this video is not sponsored. I spent my money to stay here, and to be honest, I'm quite shocked about how expensive it is. It's actually not as expensive as I was thinking it was going to be, especially, well, due to the fact that you're actually staying on one of the most important ships in naval history.
And you know what? It amazed me that everybody talks about the Titanic, but nobody talks about the Queen Mary and also the Queen Elizabeth, that was a contemporary boat with this one.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that one didn't survive, but we have the Queen Mary, and it is awesome. And it's so great you have this in your city, and you just can, you know, come here a weekend, like
exactly.
If you have nothing to do in a weekend, you can be like, oh, let's go to the Queen Mary, and this boat, it's going to tell you so many histories about that time.
Exactly. So many stories we're going to be able to learn just by simply walking through this boat. Now, the Queen Mary, you don't actually just have to stay here. If you're in Southern California, Los Angeles, San Diego, you can come down here and just take a day trip. I mean, look at how impressive this thing is. It's huge. Now, I was actually just reading a couple of these wall images. This one here says, you can see a man and a gentleman with some suitcases, and it says here, an excited traveler boards the Queen Mary for its maiden voyage on May 27, 1936. And then the image to the right shows the Queen Mary towers over the ocean dock in Southampton, England. So this here is a picture from its maiden voyage. And essentially, we're standing and looking up at the Queen Mary, just as all of these hundreds of people, or thousands of people, better yet, were doing almost a century ago. How impressive is that? I mean, if Gladys holds the camera, I'm literally in the same position as all of these people. Just... No, it's honestly hard to put the size in comparison, because on video it just doesn't do it justice. But it says here, a proud nation revels at the splendid beauty of their new champion liner, the RMS Queen Mary, as she sails on her maiden voyage. And you can just tell how different times were back then. I mean, look at everybody in suits, very well dressed. Now, at the time of the first maiden voyage of the Queen Mary, this ship actually served as the largest and fastest passenger cruise liner, and it held up that name, well, pretty much its entire time of operation. But at the start of World War II is actually when this ship got commissioned to actually transport troops from Europe to America and vice versa. And during World War II, it actually had a huge role in rescuing so many Jewish people, and it actually served as one of the largest vessels in the world to transport the largest number of Jewish refugees at a time. They would bring thousands. Now, right now, it's actually going under restoration process. You can see this here is a lifeboat up on top of the Queen Mary. You can see like these hooks, I guess you can call them, or shackles, and that's actually where all of the lifeboats currently hang. But a lot of them are undergoing restorations, and they do have one right in front of us. And yeah, it looks like they definitely put a lot of work into them, because I can see one up top that they still haven't quite got to, and that one looks like it needs some work. Now, we'll get a little bit closer to the smokestacks here in this video as well, but you know what? Enough talking, Chris. We're never gonna make it inside the Queen Mary. Let's start heading on inside, and I'm just gonna like walk you guys through, give you a tour, and convince you guys to come, because it's awesome. Now, this here is actually where the main entrance is to the hotels, the attractions. There's actually not many people here at all. For being such an important part of history, the parking lot's pretty empty, which is kind of a bummer. We need to fill this place up. It's awesome. Here we have another picture of the Queen Mary. Just look at how massive that is. Now, I believe this here is a picture of when the Queen Mary actually sailed into Long Beach, because it was welcomed by so many different boats out in the marina, the harbor. You can see all the boats welcoming the Queen Mary. Oh yeah, and then these here are San Pedro tugboats. So yeah, this is an image from that day. Now, it actually says that here's where you can purchase all kinds of tour options, Queen Mary tickets. You can purchase them online, of course. Who is this? A veteran chief engineer enjoys a relaxing moment on the sun deck of the Queen Mary circa 1950s. What a good picture. We'll actually make it up to the sun deck here in a minute. Now, Keep in mind, these London or English telephone booths that you see down here, there's a few out here on the bottom floor, and these are actually original, but there are 2 that are still located on the boat, and I'll give you guys a closer look once we enter. But hey, enough talking. Gladys is probably like, come on man, start the tour, I'm excited.
No, I'm contemplating the pictures because that is so good. Look at this one. The ship second floor inspects the ship's bellboys. The boys start at the age of 15 and earn up 10 pounds a month.
10 pounds a month in 1948, working as a bell serviceman. Oh, I wonder if that was a lot of money back then. I'm not sure, because my grandma always talks to me about, like, well, in 1950s a dollar was so much money, so 10 pounds was probably a nice chunk of change, you know. All right, let's make our way in. So yeah, this here is where you enter, and then you just come straight to the elevators and go up. I almost hit the emergency one. You don't want to do that. And look at this beautiful tile piece of the Queen Mary. It's a Queen Mary mosaic.
I love it.
It's awesome. Yeah, it's nice. It's like a little seating area where you can watch a video about the history of the Queen Mary. All right. And this ship is actually, well, on this elevator you can access first floor. This here is the parking. You can access P deck, which is salons and Sunday brunch. A deck, which is the lobby, salons, and standard lounge. And the promenade deck. Let's actually go to hotel lobby. That way I can show you guys the lobby and make our way to the room. Now, I forgot to mention, this is also one of the most haunted ships in the world. Ooh. So Gladys is a little bit spooked out at the moment, and I'll talk to you guys a little bit about that, but there are a lot more videos here on YouTube that talk more about the haunted side of the Queen Mary. Long story short, a lot of people have lost their lives here on the boat. I mean, this boat was in operation for what, almost 40 years? Yes, exactly 40 years. It rode through World War II. So many people, of course, died on the boats because of natural causes, especially on these long voyages. I mean, the Queen Mary would sail, at one point, it sailed from England all the way down to Singapore when it's got retrofitted from a cruise liner into a warship. Now, along with all of those cases, there have also been, well, a couple murders that have taken place in certain rooms here on the ship. One of them I'm going to show you here in a second. And then there's also been, a tragic accident that took place during one of the Queen Mary's voyages. Now, this ship was actually so big, guys. It was so big that they couldn't stop or slow down for absolutely anything or anyone while it was in motion. When the captain was sailing the ship, he got one order, and that was to go. Now, yeah, I feel like I'm going to tell you the whole history here, but long story short, the ship hits one of its guide boats, which was another ship from England, completely split it in half, and because the Queen Mary was filled over capacity, which I'll talk to you guys a little bit about those numbers once we make it to the sun deck, the Queen Mary couldn't stop. It had to keep going, so it completely crumbled an English ship. Can you imagine that? It did what you do when you step on an aluminum can, just crushed it. So yeah, it's a haunted ship, and you're sleeping here tonight.
Ooh, spooky, spooky. Oh my God. That's why I'm with Chris, because I was like, you know what? You cannot leave me alone in this boat. I cannot wait for you in the room or in a coffee shop. I just want to be with you the whole time because this is very spooky.
I'm not blaming her on that one. So let's go on in and explore the ship. So this here is the main entrance. It's actually very well maintained as far as the ramps are concerned. They do have watch your step signs and plenty of people helping you here if you need to, you need some assistance. And as soon as you walk in, you get a nice smell of oldness, of vintageness, of importance, of, I don't know, something. You almost feel a little elegant and fancy as well, because there have been a lot of people who have slept on this boat. What is your the one that sticks out the most to you?
About the people
who have slept on this boat.
Of course, Winston Churchill and Walt Disney.
Yeah, Winston Churchill and Walt Disney both were frequent riders of the RMS Queen Mary during its time. And also the Queen Mary, Queen Elizabeth rode this ship. Did Queen Mary ride this ship? I'm not too sure. I know that it is named after the king's wife, which is Queen Mary. And yeah, I don't know too much else about the royal family.
Elizabeth Taylor used to love being here.
Elizabeth Taylor, Bob Hope, man, so many people. And even a couple U.S. presidents have ridden the ship. All right, let's go on inside. So along the ship, there's memorabilia absolutely everywhere. This here is like, well, Queen Mary merchandise. You can buy shirts or whatnot. This here is a picture of Winston Churchill and his wife, Clementine. They made 6 trips aboard the Queen Mary, 3 during World War II and 3 after the war had ended. They traveled in May of 1943. August of 1943, September of 1944, and a few other trips. And this is actually where the papers finalizing the invasion of Normandy were signed by Churchill in the first class drawing room on the promenade deck.
And
wow, that is awesome.
He used to travel with a nickname of Colonel something. Of course, nobody wanted to people know Winston Churchill was in the boat during the World War II because this boat could be an easy target, but
that's cool.
He got a nickname.
He had an alias that he went by. And this here is the main lobby, guys. This is here where you check into your hotel room. Right here, this big front desk. It's super nice. They also have a piano. The piano is quite spooky. Now, there's certain elevators that you can use here on the ship. One of them is actually on the opposite side. These here are historical elevators, and they're actually non-operable, but they still have them here. And I think it's super cool because, well, that's what this ship is. It's an historical ship. They also have a bar over in this direction. Man, could you imagine sitting here in 1950? Sailing across the Atlantic. And then here we have a beautiful view of Long Beach. Let me know what you guys think of this so far. Okay, these are awesome windows. Wow, this is impressive. So yeah, down there we have the Pike, Shoreline Village, the lighthouse. Beautiful skyline. No, very impressive. All right, let's make our way over to the room now, which is actually straight down the elevators over on the left-hand side. Yeah, some historical pictures on the walls. Very beautiful, huh? Now this here is actually, well, the master staircase that actually takes you from the top floor all the way down to the bottom. Oh, you know what? Let's actually walk on up here. You know what? I think we're just gonna walk up to the rooms because I think it's only 1 floor up. Or is it 1 floor down? I don't know. But yeah, up here they have the gym. Oh, and these are memorabilia from the very first gym that was here on ship. How amazing is that? It says the original first-class gymnasium was located at the port side of Sundeck and measured 36 by 20 by 11 feet. The walls were shaded by the use of 7 different timbers disposed in horizontal bands and ranging from dark American walnut at the base with gradual lighting shades. Too many big words for me. Lighting shades of guys, I don't know what I'm saying right now. American walnut at the base with gradual lighting shades of Australian walnut, fresh walnut, teak, Australian oak, and British oak to light ash for the topmost course. Interesting. And now, this here is where the gym is if you're staying on the ship. Super cool. And, well, all of the rooms now are where the first class area would have been during the beginning of the ship's journey. So this here is where first class riders would actually come and purchase tickets or any other travel arrangements that they might have needed during their voyage to, well, either North America or Europe and beyond, of course. Now, keep in mind that this was a leisure train, but when World War II came about and this ship got commissioned to serve during the war, this ship actually had to go from being a commercial liner to being almost, how can I say, war ready. And they actually did that by sending the ship from England to Singapore, where it got retrofitted. Now, all of these rooms and most of the hotel rooms all got completely swiped away from all their luxury items, and bunks were thrown in to just house as many people as possible. Now, this here says this is the original cabin class or first class travel bureau, as it was remodeled after World War II. That is awesome. All right, now let's get on out of here because there's a tour happening right now. But yeah, if you have a lot more time, I recommend booking a tour. All right, let's go down. Oh, that was fast. And look, there's a spa. What? I don't see. All right. Don't want to interrupt this tour. Now we're on B floor, so we're gonna go down and I'm gonna show you the room. But these elevators are so cool. Everything is just maintained in its historical state. It's awesome.
You feel like you're in the 40s, 50s.
Yeah, imagine the conversations that were had inside of this elevator.
Ooh. What's our next destination?
Yeah, right?
Let's go to Australia.
That would be cool, huh?
Cruise ship.
Let's do it. So yeah, this here is the main lobby of our floor. We're actually in room 429, but I'm actually going to take you somewhere else first, guys. There is a room here on this deck that is actually on the same floor that we're in. It's called the number's B340, and it turns out that this is the most haunted room on the ship. And for many years, it was the one that's the least requested room to stay in, but starting last year, I read online that you can actually reserve that room and pay a premium fee. It's actually like $500 per night to stay in one of the most haunted rooms in America. So, yeah, we're approaching it now, but look how spooky the vibes are. Now, I'm not gonna lie, once you're inside of the ship, it does feel quite spooky. I mean, just look at this, guys. Yeah, you don't want to be walking around this ship by yourself late at night.
Or anytime during the day.
Or anytime during the day. Now look, this here is another historical elevator. It says, original elevator displayed. The 12-deck Queen Mary had several different elevators in use during her sailing days to service that many decks of original staterooms. As there are now only 3 decks with staterooms on the ship, many of the elevators are no longer in use, such as this one. Pretty cool. Okay, so this here is where the most haunted room is on the ship. B340, and everybody said that this is how you can tell. They have taken the plaque off, but when you get close to it, B340. Undoubtedly one of the most haunted hotel rooms in the entire United States, and the most haunted to ever be found on a ship here in Long Beach, California. That is insane. So yeah, this here is their room. Are you gonna try opening it?
No, I don't even want to be standing up here. Like, if I feel an energy.
You almost feel an energy, huh?
I feel.
Yeah. All right, let's go to our room. Hopefully nothing comes out of that room and goes into your bed later.
Stop, don't mess with that, please. This is serious. No, for sure, guys. Like, if
all right, let's not mess around.
Yeah, don't mess around with that, please. What would you do? Like, would you stay there?
I don't think I would. I wouldn't spend the night on that. I can't watch a scary movie and not sweat at night. I'm not gonna be able to lay in bed, and I won't even go in there, to be honest.
I cannot even watch the ads on YouTube,
on YouTube
about
that are scary movies.
Like, no way.
Yeah, she's a chicken. But yeah, there's also ice machines and soda machines on every floor. And now starts the long walk to our room. But I love the old the smell inside of here. It smells like wood. It got that old smell to it, which, you know, you never want to walk into when you're checking into a resort in Jamaica or Cancun. But when you're checking into a boat this historical, you want that, right? Like, isn't this what you want to smell?
Like carpet with wood. Yeah, I don't know, you get experience. Yeah,
it's great. It is great. And yeah, you can literally just walk around the whole ship on your own and read the different memorabilia on the walls and learn about it, which is nice because, to be honest, well, a tour would obviously be nice, but it is cool that you can learn about the ship as you're just being a guest. Now, they have several restaurants on here, several bars. I'm actually not going to be participating in them because my house is down the street. Like, we are going to go out to dinner. We use this as like a little staycation while I'm here in Long Beach because, well, I never stayed here before and I figured, why not? Let me show you guys this amazing piece of history. So that's what we're doing. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Now, Gladys really wants to do the Queen Mary scary tour, or the haunted tour, where they take you to all the haunted parts of the ship. If you guys want to see that, please let me know down in the comments section and we'll make it happen. And also, if you guys want to see some cruises happen here on the channel, let me know in the comments section because I think that's what's left to come. I've never been on a cruise yet.
Yeah, I think we need to make this video come to 5,000 likes.
5,000 likes. 5,000 likes and we go on a cruise.
Spooky tour or the cruise, okay.
Or both. Both. If you give me 5,000 likes, we'll get both done.
Okay.
So this here is our room, and I'm a little spooked out about it because we're like far in the corner. Like, there's nothing else. Fire extinguisher, and there's our room. Oh man. All right. So here's the key. Welcome aboard.
And the noises.
Yeah, just a bunch of like ship noises, huh? Yes. All right, let's open up the door. So this here is the room, guys. To be honest, it's very nice. We got a television, big king size bed, and I love how they've kept a lot of things original on here. Like, this says original ship's fan, but it's non-operable. Mirror. This is the original heater that was placed in the rooms. Can you imagine how important this was, especially sailing across the Atlantic in the middle of the winter? Now, they also have all original air vents. Warmer, colder. You can actually move, and that's where the air is coming out of. It is a little hot in here, but it's cool that they leave that touch. Now, this room costed me $170 per night, plus $30 for the parking, and with taxes, it roughly came out to around $183 for the room alone, plus the $30 parking. In my opinion, it is not terrible because you can stay in like some crusty ass Motel 6s on PCH that are literally just, yeah, being rented out for like by the hour, and you can spend the same amount of money. So yeah, this place is nice, man. It's super nice. The pillows look cozy. It says RMS Queen Mary on the pillow, and of course we got this is called the harbor view room. They actually have the the rooms that have the view of like the big white dome in the parking lot, the passenger terminal dome. But we got the more expensive option, which by more expensive, I mean like $10 more. But you can see the Pike, Shoreline Village, the boats in the marina. It's a beautiful day in Southern California. Now, we also have a chair, some storage here. Has an iron, hangers, like a luggage desk, luggage wall thing. Bunch of storage here. You don't get Gladys with the room. Another closet, big mirror, and of course, a bathroom, which I must say is pretty damn cool. And it even has all of the original knobs in the shower, like hot salt water, hot fresh water, cold fresh water, and cold salt water. Now you also get shampoo, conditioner, towels, big mirror, body lotions, all kinds of other soaps. Guys, it's a great experience. What can I say? All right. enough with the room. That was just very briefly. Let's get on out of here and let me show you guys the promenade deck and the sun deck. That way this video doesn't bore you guys too much. Thank you.
After you, my sir.
My sir. All right. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this video so far. If you guys want to see me start making a lot more videos around Long Beach and Los Angeles, please let me know that down below also. Your feedback is so important to me, and in order for me to keep making videos that you guys enjoy, I really need your guys' input. So let's make this a team effort, and we'll start filming a lot more around Southern California. But yeah, these little small alleyways, they do give you like quite a spooky vibe. But it's awesome. Now they actually do have an event if you're here around October, late September, early October, or the whole month of October. They have like an event called Shipwreck where you actually run around and they have mazes and some pretty spooky stuff. All right, let's hit the elevator. Oh, sorry. Down to our deck. Okay, yeah, we need to go up some more. Wow, this is cool. I love all the paintings. All right. Let's go up. Oh, excuse me. All right. Now let's go to the sun deck and then we'll work our way down to the promenade. All right. Whew, I'm actually getting quite hot walking around. It's quite hot here in Southern California right now, and it's like entering fall time. I don't understand. But yeah, you guys are gonna be truly impressed right now as soon as we wake it up to the sun deck. You love these walls, don't you?
Yeah, it's because I think, oh my God, what people think on the lake stories when they jump into one of these elevators. Especially because, well, it started off as a leisure ship, as I mentioned, but then for many years, soldiers were being transported to and from war in this ship. Imagine like how, man, it's sad to say, but so many people have lost their lives getting off of this ship. Like this ship was the last experience of true freedom that they ever felt. Man, rough. All right, now this here is, man, taped off. There's like a lot of areas that you can't access in the ship, and I think those are spooky. Now, which one of the Majesties is this? Lady D, of course.
Lady D.
Yeah, La Princesa Diana.
Princessa Diana.
Yeah, she was so, like, loved by people.
Really?
Sí, they, we'll call her La Princesa del Pueblo.
The princess of the town.
Yeah, like the princess of people.
Okay.
Like, you know, town, gente. La Princesa del Pueblo, as like she cared about the people so much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, let me know what you guys think of her. I don't know much about her, but I probably should probably know something about her.
I think a lot of people love Diana, but I don't know anybody that didn't like her.
I need to learn more about the royal family in general. Gladys is very knowledgeable on this stuff, though. She's been actually doing a lot of research on this ship, and you're also, to be fair, she's quite the Titanic fan too. So she's been watching a lot of documentaries, especially after on and around the time of the sinking of the Titan. I think we were watching stuff every night.
Yeah. And the thing with Diana is, I remember the night she died because I watched the news. So I remember it was in '97, and I remember me as a kid watching that news.
Okay. Yeah. See, I was born in '94, so I was still. Yeah. I don't know what the hell I was doing. I was still sucking on the tits.
Right?
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, guys, here we are. We're on the sun deck now. Now, this place is awesome because you can see the smokestacks up close and personal. And then they actually have these small little like areas that you can walk through to get to the opposite side of the ship, which I think I'll actually do right now. This here is a view of the parking lots, the port, and the Long Beach terminal, cruise terminal. Now, the White Dome actually used to house a very important piece of aircraft. However, I never got the chance to visit that because when I was growing up, well, you know, I didn't grow up in a family with a lot of money. So even though I grew up down the street, coming to explore these kind of things still took a lot out of the pocket, especially growing up with a single mom. So I unfortunately missed out on that. However, I can say that I did come to Queen Mary quite a bit as a child to walk around and take photos. It was always super impressive, but I feel like now that I've actually been curious about the history of the ship, it's even more so impressive. It's awesome. But yeah, this here is the sun deck, and these are the shackles I was showing you down below that actually hold the lifeboats. So yeah, they're massive. All right, you know what? Let's actually cut straight through here, and then I'm gonna show you guys the view. Now, I'm not gonna bore you guys too much with the top of the ship, because to be honest with you guys, there's actually not much going on up here. There's a restaurant and a couple like different angles you can go stand at to get different views. But I think the real highlight has to be like down in the engine room, and actually down by the swimming pool. The swimming pool is one of the most haunted places on the entire ship. The room 340 is the most haunted room on the ship, but you can't actually access those unless you book a tour. But yeah, this here is the view of Long Beach, California. We got the convention center, Shoreline Village, the lighthouse, the Catalina Express shuttle is just pulling in, and there's actually, guys, a Long Beach public transportation shuttle that takes you from the right next to the Queen Mary across the harbor into Long Beach, just in case you guys are planning on coming on out here. But yeah, this here is what a smokestack looks like up close and personal. Now you can tell the first two have actually gone under renovation recently. I mean, it's super red. The black looks like it's pretty fresh as well, and then the smokestack over the third one is the one that they're still yet to complete. And I can imagine it's because, man, can you imagine how much it costs to paint one of those? So much money. All right, let's see if we can, let's walk to the front of the ship. What is the front of the ship called? The bow or the stern?
I know in Spanish, proa y popa, but in English, I don't know.
I think the stern is the front of the ship, right? And then the bow is the back. I'm not sure. Let me know down in the comments. You guys better be leaving comments every time I say that, because it really helps a lot. And I really do appreciate it. Okay, so I just saw somebody walk down this staircase, but it says cruise members only, so I guess we can't walk up it.
You saw somebody?
Yeah, those guys. Or did they come out of here? They must have came out of here. But yeah, look, a lot of places are still closed because they're restoring the Queen Mary. And wow, look at the lifeboats, guys. Holy cow. These things are huge. They are massive. It's almost a bit scary. Wow. And I guess these are like lookouts for when they would actually like dock the ship. It's a very interesting area. I mean, a very interesting ship. But to be fair, I haven't been on many ships at all in my life. Wow, this is beautiful. So yeah, look, here's the bar. The bar is right downstairs. Wow, that looks beautiful. Nice place to have a drink. There's also, what are these? Replicas of the engines up top? Or are they actual motors? No, those are actual motors, I think. We should actually walk down there. Now they have a replica of the turret. The turrets that were actually retrofitted on the ship at the time of the war as well. Very cool. Oh, almost fell. Alright, well, let's work our way down to the promenade floor, and then I'll be bringing this little tour to an end. But if you guys want to see a tour through the engine room, and you guys want to actually follow along for a full haunted tour of the Queen Mary, don't forget to let me know down in the comments section, because that's what I base all of my videos on about. And Gladys is giving thumbs up. She wants to do that. So let me know, and then we'll of course make it happen for you guys. But seriously, I think even if you're a local and you've seen this ship a million times, guys, take the opportunity and the chance to come on out here with the special somebody and spend the night. Even if you live literally right across the water, it's a nice experience. All right, where's this floor to go down? I think it's right here, to be honest. Is it here? Yeah, this is it. Entrance. All right, now let's actually just take the steps because these elevators take too long. Oh wow, this is cool. So this here is the promenade floor. Sun deck. I love how they're like all original signs. It's super cool. All right. Now over here, they have something called the shipyard. I don't know what this is, but let's go check it on out. The shipyard. Oh, this must be like where they do weddings and stuff. Yeah, I think so. Oh wow, that is a beautiful photo. Look at that. Now this is actually on the back end of the ship. I took you guys to the front, but the back end actually looks like that. Oh, and this here is, wow, a replica of the Queen Mary. Look at how massive this is, guys. Yo, this is made out of Legos. No way. Damn, that is sick. Those are all Legos, guys. That's crazy. And of course, more historical facts. Like this is a picture of propellers being changed during the annual overhaul, 1937, Southampton, England. This is an aerial view of the Queen Mary's stern frame, one of the most structurally important pieces in the construction of the ship. And then, wow, look at this. They made a Lego face of Winston Churchill with the cigar.
Crazy. 250,000 Legos were used to make this. Yeah.
250,000 Lego pieces. That is insane. Alright, now here's something going on over here. A tour. Oh, this is the cinema. Wow. And then this here is the salon. Queen's salon. There are also some famous people as well. They included very nice. James Warner of Warner Brothers Studios. This is cool, huh?
I am so impressed. 600 hours to build that.
Wow. That's crazy.
New York, she unloads her passengers and crew. At that point, she is sitting dormant within the city. But in March of 1940, they called the Queen Mary up into active war service.
Now, unfortunately, we weren't able to secure one of those slots because this was last minute. However, like I said, we live down the road. So if you guys want to see that happen, I want to film that for you guys. So I'll make it happen based on your guys' response. But look, there's attractions at night, a paranormal ship walk. That's the one I want to do. And they have many different dining and bar options. The Chelsea Chowder House, midship marketplace, and the observation bar. And then here is, well, little places to lounge around. They got a boutique shop, a marketplace for souvenirs. Oh yeah, this here is where all the souvenirs are. Oh, this is an awesome souvenir shop. Look at that, Queen Mary hoodies. Hello. Doing good, doing good. Having a great time on the ship. Oh, look at this, Winston Churchill. You know what, we're gonna come back here and definitely grab ourselves a souvenir. Did you know this table and chair are original furnishings from the room? From this room, Winston Churchill is seen in the photograph taken in January 1952, crossing the Atlantic to visit President Harry Truman. Very cool. All right. So yeah, they got a little marketplace over there. Now you can imagine what was probably displayed here during its original time. Maybe like super expensive handbags, luggages, I don't know, saddles for horses, because that was a big thing.
And
I wish I want to find pictures of this area of the ship from that time. That'd be super cool. And what were you saying? Sorry about that.
And after that, crazy to think how they changed the boat, the ship, and they adapted to all the soldiers.
Yeah.
You know, they put more beds and changed
the complete inside. It went from
furniture.
luxury to just like a warship to like, you know, these are probably like switch from luxury. I'm just guessing, guys. I'm using my imagination. This is probably like it went from luxury shopping to a cafeteria or a dining hall where soldiers will line up and grab a tray and go down in a line. I don't know. That's probably why it's good to take the tour, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes it's cool to just take a tour with Chris and, you know, explore with me. So that's what we're doing. Let me know if you guys like the official tours or if you'd rather have a tour with Chris. I think tour with Chris sessions a lot better.
This is how it looks.
Oh, yo, I was right. See, that's what I'm saying. Like a nice, I don't know, Louis Vuitton coat of some sort. A bunch of, yeah, look, luxury purses, designer bags. Man, Chris, the historian over here. It doesn't take a rocket science to guess, though, right? Like people hanging out in a circle, and you can tell these are like fancy people around that time. They're wearing trench coats, nice hats, suits. Very cool.
I love about this time that people used to take time to dress very well.
Yeah.
I feel like people in this time, they all like to wear suits, and women you can see with dresses and hats.
And here in Long Beach or in LA, you see people in sweatpants at a Walmart.
That's why today I have my cute dress.
Yeah, you look beautiful today.
Oh, well,
you
the
look beautiful
sneakers-
every day.
Thank you so much. The sneakers are not from that time. Women for sure wore heels, but heels are too much for these days.
Yeah, it's for a staycation. This looks like it's, oh, it says right here, children's playroom replica.
Oh no. This
Wow.
is one of the most haunted places.
Really?
Wow. ¿Esta es la guardería?
Yeah, the
Yes.
guarderia.
Yes.
Yeah. This is the children's play area.
Spooky.
It gives you little spooky vibes, to be honest. I mean, look at this. This is spooky. All right, and this here is the observation bar. Wow, this is awesome. You know what? We're gonna stay out of there right now, because if I sit down, I ain't getting up. I'm gonna stay there and keep drinking drinks. All right, guys. Well, yeah, in here you're gonna find all kinds of different models of the ships that were around. Like this here is the Queen Mary II. This is actually a modern ship that actually sails to this day from England to New York. And you know what? Gladys and I have been wanting to take this very cruise. So if you want to see us board the Queen Mary II and actually take that cruise all the way across the Atlantic, then say, hell yeah, give us the Queen Mary II video as well. And then we'll make that happen too. All right. I promise you, I'm not going to tell you to comment anything else. All right. That was it. But yeah, look, this here is an inside view of the Queen Mary. Look at how complicated it is inside of the ship. This here is the engine room down at the bottom. Look, all the different stacks. Wow, that is cool, huh? Wait, is this the Queen Mary?
No.
No, this is the Lusitania. Yeah, because I noticed this one has 4 stacks. The Queen Mary is this one here that has 3 stacks. No, this is the Normandy. Oh yeah, Chris doesn't know what he's talking about, guys. Not at all. Wow, these are all ships. Oh yeah, it says here, these are all ships from the time. And look, it goes from the oldest ships to the newest ships, which are like the new cruise liners, you know? Which I still haven't gone on, so we gotta make that happen. All right, well, You know what, guys? I think this is gonna be the end of this video. Let me know what you guys thought of the tour of the Queen Mary. Let me know if you guys would stay here. Now, the room actually costed $170 US per night. I did talk about that. Man, Chris, you're losing your mind, bro. You can't even talk straight. Okay, well, yeah, the room, $170 a night. Worth the experience. You get amazing views of Long Beach. You get to contribute to maintaining a landmark alive. And let's be honest, if you're from this beautiful city, then this is one thing that you do not want to see go. So please come support the local economy. The Queen Mary also provides jobs for hundreds of people that live here in the city. So take the time, spend some time here, come for a tour. It would be greatly appreciated. And Gladys, what are your impressions on the Queen Mary? Recommendable?
Of course, I love it. This is a piece of history. Sometimes you think about traveling so far, like we do all the time, but sometimes right next to your house, there's something you gotta go and know because you have a big piece of history right next to you and you don't even care because you don't know. So I always say when you get to know things, you get to love them. And it would be amazing if you do a little bit of research about this, because then you'll be like, oh my God, I need to go and see that by myself. And this is an answer for one of the questions we had at the beginning, if the Queen Mary actually came to this boat. Oh, look, this is a picture.
The Queen Mother returned from a visit to the U.S. aboard the Queen Mary in November of 1954. Wow, that is awesome. All right, guys, from this beautiful piece of incredible history located here in Long Beach, California, I say see you guys later for another video from somewhere in the U.S. I'm still debating on what's next. Maybe some more videos in Long Beach, maybe some videos from some other cities. It's hard for me to stay put. Every time I'm traveling and out and about, I'm like, I want to go back home. And then once I'm at home after like a week and a half, I'm like, it's time to go hit the road again. So, hey, it's just part of life when you make travel videos on YouTube. So, yeah, with that being said, I appreciate you guys all so much. And I'll see you guys again soon for another one. Later, guys.
Do you know a difference between an alligator and a crocodile? Do you know?
We just, and a lady in the elevator just hit us with that one right now. What is it? Tell the people.
The alligator you see later, the crocodile you see in a while. Bye.
Later, guys.
You were always smarter.